Good evening, viewers, and that is right. It is time for Sports Scene, proudly brought to you by Coca-Cola, and I apologize if I do sound a bit less than enthusiastic than normal because our Kumos did go down in their first match of the 2013 Rugby League World Cup, going down 8 points to 9 to the team from France, and it was a close match. We all held our breaths as David Mead took that last penalty kick, trying to urge it through the post, but it wasn't to be. Not to worry, though, our second match is just around the corner, and that's up against a Samoan team that also went down in their first match to New Zealand. Both those matches brought to you live, courtesy of MTV. All the great Rugby League World Cup action coming to you on your screen, courtesy of MTV. But not to worry as well, we do have a great show for you lined up tonight on Sports Scene. We do have in our first segment an interview with Port Moresby Rugby League and getting all the finals updates from the Port Moresby competition. And then we also have a great interview with triathlon and all the wonderful things that are happening in the sport of triathlon, so stay tuned for that. It is now time, though, to go to our sporting briefs, and let's start off with some action from that opening match against France.
In the sports briefs this week, Team Kumu suffered a nail-biting defeat by France in their first World Cup match last night. Fullback David Mead failed to convert a penalty that would have seen PNG win the match. However, victory slipped through the Kumu's fingers. Mead failed all conversions despite superb tries by Nene McDonald and Josiah Abavu. France was first to score and led 6-0 when PNG hit back through McDonald.
And now fires the ball out, the runners are there, the ball down the back, he bounces off the head, into the arms of the Papua New Guinea winger over on the far side. He slams the ball down.
Half-time, PNG trailed by 2. In the second half, Charlie Wabo directed flow of the footy as he found Asebos, who set Abavu to score and put the Kumus into the lead 8-6.
That's their fifth tackle of the set used up. And they squeeze on his left-hand side, he's got hands, and they're in the corner! Josiah Abavu with his first try for Papua New Guinea.
Mead failed to convert, and the pressure was on for France, who secured an early field goal to head in front by a point.
He's kicked it. There it is. France lead by 9 points to 8.
Kumus were on the attack, matching up to their rivals, completed sixes, and were awarded a golden opportunity as Mead took the penalty kick in front of the sticks. The kick sailed across and thus ended PNG's hopes to beat France as the final whistle blew. PNG will take on Samoa in their next match on November the 4th. On Saturday, the Brasini Diamonds in Port Moresby was the venue for the Steamships Group of Companies softball tournament. The tournament commemorated the Pink Ribbon Day in support for breast cancer. 16 teams participated and were divided into 4 pools. Swire Rebels beat East West Transport Go to claim the Managing Director's Trophy, while Steamship Shipping beat Consort Express Lines to take the General Manager's Trophy. NCD Darts are preparing for the final series for the season. Come November 19th, we'll see the grand finale held at the Sports Scene Hotel.
Some great sporting action there, brought to you courtesy of our sporting briefs. And before we do go to break, though, I'd like to thank everybody that took part in Saturday's Sport and Environment Love Your Coast Cleanup and Sports Fun Day down at Hanubara here in the nation's capital. It was a great time held by all, and thanks to Hebo Construction, NCDC, St. John's, SO Highlands, and of course Coca-Cola for getting involved and supporting the great event. And of course, thanks to the Poiperena Community Cleanup Committee and the people of Hanubara themselves. What a wonderful community. Everyone had a great time. Some great cleaning up done to make the place look a bit better. And of course, it was followed by some great sporting activities. And I know the kids had a lot of fun down there. And we hope that those type of initiatives continue on into the future. We're going to go to a break now, but when we return, more Sports Scene.
Yes, and welcome back to Coca-Cola Sports Scene. And we are joined by our good friend Meke Mino once again. Meke, as we head towards Grand Final Day, the countdown, 1 week delay, but we're finally getting there?
We are, and I am really pleased. I'm a part and parcel to every week of the games, and it's getting really exciting. We put in the hard work, and we should be there on Sunday.
Okay, just quickly go through the results from yesterday's matches.
Before the results, I'd like to be very honest here and be very fair. I'd like to thank our supporters from the games yesterday. We had a very big crowd, very supportive, really aggressive in the support for the 4 teams, but they were well behaved, and for that I'd like to commend them very highly. On top of that, I'd also like to thank the Boroko Police Station through the Metropolitan Superintendent Commander Andy Bauer, and the 6 Mile Police Station to one of our PRL men, Mr. Peter Paulus, for ensuring that the crowd behaved and the games went smoothly right through the end. Now, coming back with the results, we had only just the 2 senior grade games. In the first one, brothers were too good. They defeated Souths 20 points to 8. They went in very, very quick and strong, scoring in the 3rd minute, and did not stop there. Went to establish a 14-0 lead at halftime, and then they put the nail to the coffin, running away with the win, 20 points to 8. That's in the first game. In the second game, it was opposite game in that it was very tense, very narrow. People were on the edges of the seats right through to the end. Taranga eventually going home with the money, 12 points to 10. At halftime, it was 10-4, Magani leading, and all of second half, Taranga did the scoring with 2 tries, one of which was very, very late in the game. In fact, at the 79th minute to seal victory. Magani, our minor premiers, unfortunately had to bow out short of the grand final. So that were the 2 games, and like I said, I would like to thank the clubs, in fact our 16 clubs, all their respective club sponsors, and then the PRL sponsor, SP Brewery, and the women competition sponsor, Didcel, who have been with us since the beginning of the season and right up to now, almost at the close of the season. The women competition did not proceed yesterday. In the grand final will coincide with the men's grand final in the coming week.
So, who will be in the grand final for the women's?
Hohola, who have been the minor premiers, Hohola Flies, will play Sisters, and Sisters are our defending premiers in that competition from last year.
Okay, so tell us the draws for this weekend. What are the times that the matches will begin?
The games will start at 10, but the gates will open at 9. We'll have the first game in one of the under 19 division, where we will see our defending under 19 premiers at the Ranu Dekenai Construction, the Boris, take on Flame Connie Storms. That will be followed by our women grand final that will be between Hall of Flies and Sisters, Parish Kopi and Port Sisters. And finally, at about 3 p.m., we'll see the senior grade grand final between Vabukori Taragao and Parish Kopi and Port Brothers.
It's been a long season for you, Meke. You're glad it's finally coming to an end?
You are correct. It's been extraordinarily long in that we have never had a competition at PRL where the season ended in November, and that's what we're about to see come Sunday.
All right then. And referees, okay, all ready for the grand final?
We had a very hard but soul-searching week last week, and as a result, we had peaceful, enjoyable games yesterday. Everybody went home happily.
As it comes to the grand final, the last game for the season, PRL will also be going down as well?
That is quite correct. The demolition work is supposed to start tomorrow. Due to the extension of our games, they will not start until after the grand final next week.
So what are your tips, Meke? Who's going to win the grand final?
It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. Taranga were very strong yesterday, brothers. Both teams deserve to be there and made the best team win.
Right then. Well, everyone here in Port Moresby, PRL is where you should be here on Sunday. Gates open at 9 a.m.
That is correct.
All right, then we wish you all the best and congratulations to a long season for POM Rugby, Meke.
Yes, thank you very much to everybody.
And there you have it, our good friend Meke Minor of Port Moresby Rugby League giving us the review of all the matches that happened yesterday and previewing the grand final that is happening this Sunday. Okay, before we go to our break, we catch up with Adrian Lam. Yes, he gives us a review of last night's match against France. Yes, the Kumos almost came away with a win but went down by 1 point, and this is what Coach Adrian Lam had to say. And unfortunately, our Kumos went down by just a point.
Yeah, obviously everyone here is disappointed and sad at the end result. You know, after such a great performance and tough, what we thought was tough and courageous, it went from a exciting night to a sad night within a minute. So, there's plenty to take out of the game. The second half, we thought, we were the better team and a game that we felt we should have won.
Obviously, you're looking to sharpen up on our kicking.
And the goal kicking, it's, obviously when we got the penalty with a minute to go, everyone in the stadium went crazy and everyone in the box and all the players jumped up for excitement because, we all felt that we won the game. And missing the goal was devastating for everyone, and, no more so than David Mead. But, we're not blaming David Mead, and I hope all of Papua New Guinea doesn't blame David Mead. We do have some different options as goal kickers there, but I said Boas and Israel Eliab haven't trained all week due to injury. So David accepted the goal kicking, and at the end there when he put the hand up to goal kick, he said he was confident of doing it. So we took that, and we thought we'd won the game, but obviously the kick missed, and everyone in the stadium was devastated. I'm sure everyone back at home in Papua New Guinea was as well.
Yeah, looking, okay, that's done and dusted. France is over with. You're looking forward to Samoa?
Yeah, we are looking forward to Samoa. Just back on that game yesterday, we felt that, we had no line breaks against us, so we defended really tough and smart against French, which is something we really worked hard on. We completed at 75% during the game, which is something we've never done before. And we gave ourselves a great chance to win, just the way the game went, we were really proud of the boys in the second half.
The National Volleyball Championships went into the finals this afternoon at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Complex in Port Moresby. In the under-21 men's grand final, Vabukori took on Hula. Vabukori proved too classy for their rivals, punishing them with lethal spikes. And denied Hula points with accurate blocks. Vabukori were clear leaders up 2 sets, but Hula bravely fought back. Eventually, Hula succumbed to defeat, Vabukori winning the under-21 title 3-0. Meanwhile, in the Open Women's Division, it was an all-Fairfax affair as Team Blue did battle with Team White. Both teams played hard, but it was Team Blue that stood out, taking the lead 2-1. Team Blue continued the charge as they capitalized, shutting off their opponents. In the end, Team Blue proved too strong, winning the match 3-1.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Sports Scene. It is time to wrap things up, but before we do that, of course, just to remind you of the great offers that Coca-Cola is running at the moment. Those 2 Kina and 2 Kina 50 bottles, and of course the 500 ml bottle for only 3 Kina. Make sure you get down and enjoy that Coca-Cola taste. And for those who can't get enough of Sports Scene, make sure you log on to Facebook and search us out, leave a comment, post a photo even, and I'm sure we'll get to those Facebook updates this time next week. And of course, reminder that Thursday, 9 p.m. on Hotspot, we will be updating Team Kumu as they prepare for their second match. That match against Samoa coming up next week, Tuesday. And before that, of course, all the Rugby League 2013 action brought to you live on MTV in the early mornings. Tomorrow morning, a reminder that we do have Fiji taking on Ireland in their first match. And of course, Fiji led by Petro Civoniceva. Should be an interesting clash. And following that, we have Tonga versus Scotland, USA versus Cook Islands, and then New Zealand versus France, another match that's very important for Team Kumu. I know the boys are going to bounce back hard against Samoa. It is a do-or-die match, so I'm sure they are going to do and come up with their first win and get things rolling for this World Cup. Go Team Kumu, and we will see you again next week on Sports.